we play a game?
I think it could have worked better. One, maybe if it just in a different era. I don't know. Maybe it's just that style of acting at the time. It just doesn't. It just seems really fake in a lot of ways.
Sure.
Although some performances were good. I think maybe it could have done better for me personally. And I totally understand the 4. I'm not saying how could you possibly rate that. I think it would have worked better for me and more generally if it was maybe a movie length. I thought about this because, of the format, but don't laugh too hard. But I was thinking of Cloverfield, where I think to a lot of audience members' surprise, they spend a ton of time at the dumb party.
Yes. Yeah.
At the beginning, and they're like, this is supposed to be a monster movie. Where's my monster? I paid good money. It's Friday night. I want to see my monster. And I thought it was smart on their parts because they took the time to show all the characters, and then you wind up in an impossible situation or a crazy scenario, and then let it play out so that when it's going on, you're already why they're doing X, Y, or Z. Mm-hmm. And I think along the same lines as the zombie movies, other impossible situations, if you let the characters develop a little bit more, I think it would have been more compelling.
Interesting. I think for me, it was enough. I think that they got into it enough. I bought the fact that they were friends. I mean, they're clearly toasting each other and having a good time at that party. Grandpa Joe looked like he's had a few, and it wasn't just fizzy lifting drinks. Looked like it was champagne. So it seemed like everyone was in good spirits. And then,
but I mean, it was harder for me to when he's all of a sudden the guy starts throwing out racial or xenophobic slurs and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, so he's the racist in the group, that kind of thing. Whereas okay, it's oh yeah, he's going to be X person or Y character.
I kind of compare this to The Dark Knight because that's part of what the Joker's.
I dropped Cloverfield. You go to The Dark Knight. All right.
So it's The Dark Knight. It's the final.
That to me.
It's the final act of The Dark Knight, third act, where the Joker is trying to set up one boat that has a detonator to blow up the other boat,
part of the movie,
and they go back. It's not the best part of the movie, but the Joker's mission is to show that anyone can be destroyed. Anyone can destroy their own humanity and can fight amongst each other, and that Gotham is not worth saving, that anyone can have a bad day. It's kind of similar to what they talk about in they talk about that a little bit in some of the Joker comics, where you're one bad day away from being like me. So he's trying to get people to fight amongst each other. I don't like that scene in The Dark Knight because it's so quickly resolved. You get Tiny Lester up there, the guy who's the prisoner who just throws the detonator out the window. Maybe he could conceivably be like, look, I've already been an awful person. I'm not going to kill more people on the boat. But the fact that everybody else so quickly calms themselves down and humanity survives and the Joker is just proven, it's just too quick for me. And I think I don't really like that part of it, and I would see it actually going down a little bit more like this episode of the Twilight Zone,
where the Gotham citizens would blow up the convicts.
I think they would.
Yeah, I think so too, probably.
Excellent.